Hello, I'm Jennifer Engel. I'm the poet behind the poetry. It was really interesting this morning when I went on to my Facebook account. I talked about personal healing and 5 tips that I've learned and things like that. And someone asked, what words do you use? I'm like, wow, that's a complicated question. I am trying to create a meditation that I'm going to start using, and I'll probably post it on YouTube. But to be honest, it's probably more for me because I don't have the best technical abilities when it comes to sound or anything like that. But if anyone else finds any use out of it, that'll be awesome. But then I was also thinking, wow, I use a lot of words. I do actually probably have several prayers throughout the morning that I use every day that I have for several years. And they end up being about 2 hours long total in reflection. And while I was in prayer and meditation this morning, I heard, whatever you want to call it, my guides, my higher self. I don't really label things like some people do. But anyway, I heard the whisper say, it's time to come out of the spiritual closet. I'm like, okay. In the past, I used to do some videos, and I used to do some videos more because I was trying to create a brand and blah, 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 and do a side business. But then I decided it's really not about that. It's not about me, and I put my ego aside. And really the reason why I share the things I do, it's almost obsessive compulsive. Like, this is something I have to do every morning. Is because I do feel like I work for a higher power, and I do feel like the messages and the topics just kind of come through me. And the other reason, the biggest reason why I do it is because, I went through a lot of stuff as a child, a lot of medical trauma and things like that. And it took me a very long time to heal and recover. But one of the things that helped me heal and recover is learning, just learning, education, being planted into micro communities, that helped a lot too. But also my own searching and people sharing their own stories and their own wisdom online. I think we can all relate to that, where we've started to just binge watch something and just really learn about that topic. And so I do believe that that is one of the reasons why I heard that within my meditation, to share my story, to share my wisdom. I also believe that we are all just here to share our stories and to learn from each other. So some of us are more comfortable doing that than others, and that's awesome. So I think what I'm going to do is about once a week, I'll post a personal essay. I thought about, should I do it chronologically from major things in my life earlier up until now? Should I go backwards, forwards? But really what I've learned is spirit tells stories in circles. It doesn't tell stories in straight lines. And so I'll probably do a little bit of both. Over the summer, while I have a little bit more time, I'm going to probably start putting the prayers that I do in the morning with each little video on TikTok and other social media. But what I want people to know and understand is when I'm sharing this, it isn't necessarily like you are supposed to pick up on this prayer or anything like that. Whatever it is, it's just to give you an idea, right? So when we can't hold our own light, sometimes we borrow somebody else's light until we can find our own light again. And I think I will actually talk about that when I actually post these prayers, that these are my prayers, these are my symbols, but really the whole point is for you to find your own symbols and your own prayers. But by us sharing our stories and sharing our prayers and sharing our routines, we can all learn from each other, and that's the main point. I hope that you have a blessed day and a blessed weekend, and I will see you soon.